Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jalen Nye, and I am incredibly honored to serve on the board of directors for Veterans House Canada and also to be your MC this morning as we officially launch our In Uniform campaign right here in the heart of Edmonton, just blocks away from what will soon become a place of healing, a place of dignity, a place of hope. Veterans House Edmonton. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that we are gathered on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and Métis people. We honor the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who have walked these lands before us and continue to do so today. We are grateful for their stewardship, their stories, their service, including Indigenous veterans who have long defended this country in uniform. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you for joining us today, as well as the Athlone Community League and residents in the community. Thank you for opening your doors and your hearts to our veterans. Our media friends, thank you for helping us share this story. Our friends from Jasper Place Legion, thank you for joining us today. And finally, our honored guests in the room who have served this country in uniform, we see you, we thank you, and we are building this project because of you. So why are we here today? Well, today marks the official launch of the In Uniform campaign, as I mentioned. It is a powerful visual and storytelling initiative designed to raise awareness and action for the Edmonton House project. Edmonton House will be a permanent supportive housing community for veterans experiencing homelessness, and it's going to be located just over there. It is so much more than a shelter. It will be a place where our veterans can rebuild their lives with safety, with dignity, community, and with care, right here in Athlone, right here in Edmonton. Let me now invite a man whose leadership, whose vision, and unwavering commitment has helped guide this project. Please welcome Brigadier General retired Alan Mullowishin, the Executive Director of Veterans House Canada, to tell you about the campaign and how Veterans House Canada is making a difference in the lives of homeless veterans and why this project is needed. Alan.
Thank you so much, Jalen. Good day. So as mentioned, my name is Alan Mullowishin. I've been the Executive Director at Veterans House Canada for the last about 3.5 years. And before that, I was a career Army officer, so an Army engineer. Served 40 years, including 4 here in Edmonton at the base. And so it's great to be almost coming home again to Edmonton. Thrilled to be here. So thanks for being here today, as Jalen mentioned. And thanks to our good friends and new neighbors here in Athlone, with the Athlone Community League. And as Jalen mentioned, literally building in front of the Cargill elevator, a stone's throw away. So thanks for hosting us here today. So who is Veterans House Canada? Who are we? We're a registered national charity established in 2020. And our mission is simple. It's to help homeless veterans build a better future by providing them permanent, affordable, and supportive housing. We currently have one building open in Ottawa, the Andy Carswell building, which has been open since February 2021. And since opening, the 40 units there, we are at capacity. We have been full, we remain full, with a waiting list, which is sad. And the fact is the veterans aren't just from Ottawa, they've come from across Canada to be with us. As a matter of fact, I know of 2 veterans from Edmonton currently living in our Ottawa building. And we're very pleased to have our second project underway here in Edmonton. I just want to say thank you to the City of Edmonton, the province of Alberta, for their incredible support. The land we're building on right now, 1.46 acres, was sold to us by the City of Edmonton for $1. So thank you very much for the City of Edmonton for making this happen. With this underway, hope to be open by 2026. We also have planned 3 more across Canada. We want to be across the country because the need is there from coast to coast. So you may ask, what problem are we trying to solve? Well, veterans represent less than 1% of the Canadian population, but estimates between 4 and 6% of the homeless population. Some estimates I've seen say there are between 3,000 and 5,000 homeless veterans across Canada. So look at Edmonton in specific. So just last night I checked the Edmonton Homeward Trust website, and it lists just under 5,000 registered homeless on the by name list. And if you combine that with Edmonton's point-in-time count from last year, which they represent 5.5% of those surveyed were veterans, which will put over 250 homeless veterans in Edmonton as we speak today. Just think about that number. That's incredible. It's shocking. And so why? Why are there homeless veterans? Why are veterans different? And I think a lot of it is similar to many other homeless. You have physical and mental health, addictions and affordability. But it's all been exacerbated by the service and that transition from military life. When you take off that uniform, you take off what you'll see in a minute, this uniform, you take off a part of your identity, your purpose, what you've existed for, what you swore to uphold. And that transition to civilian life, it can be very difficult. And compounded by all of your experiences, through various deployments, trainings, move across Canada throughout your career. I think that real loss of identity and a sense of purpose hits hard when you finally take the uniform off. So when veterans were in uniform, they were very visible. You wore your uniform, be it your camouflage, cat pats, be it your service dress uniform, with your rank, your flag proudly worn, all your medals. You were visible. You were obviously part of the Canadian Armed Forces. The In Uniform campaign is meant to bring awareness to the plight of homeless veterans, because it's happening across the country and you don't see them. They may be places that you frequent. Matter of fact, they are now invisible. So our new project at Edmonton here in the Athlone neighborhood will help address this. It won't solve the problem, but it'll make a good dent into it. So we're building a 40 studio unit building, 3 stories, with indoor and outdoor community spaces to really focus on that community, that sense of the fact they're all veterans who will be residents there. The in-house professional staff, which are actually in the midst of hiring 2 right now, and so they'll be in place ready before we open. And it's not just a building, it's a home. It's got the wraparound supports. It's got services to include mental health support, transition support, whatever they need. They're everything from a dog park to a physical fitness trainer to work rehab. And a dog park's very important, as we can see, as we've got this beautiful service dog here, is that shelters don't take pets, don't take animals, even if they're service dogs, right? We take them because they're such an important part of their life, and we make sure that they have those facilities. Anyone who's served, regular force, reserve force, doesn't matter. Male, female, all genders, doesn't matter. As long as you have served, you've taken an oath to your country, then your country owes something back to you, and we will help you. Now, one of the biggest differences to Veterans House Canada is it's permanent housing. So it's not transitional, it's not a shelter, you're not on a clock. You may need 3 to 6 months, you may need 4+ years. This may be your final home, and it's your home. In Ottawa, we've had people there since we've opened the door. We've had people who've been there 3 to 6 months who just needed a lily pad, a place to get stable, to get support, and then move on. So that's fantastic. It's affordable. We all know the affordability housing crisis of today, and so we work on a rent-geared income so that every veteran, depending, no matter what you are, whether you need rent subsidy or not, we will make sure you can afford to stay with us. Of course, we can't do this alone. We have to tie into the already extensive network here in Edmonton. I love the fact that Legion is here, Veteran Social Food Bank is represented here. Edmonton has a very extensive network support to veterans, and Edmonton has been always supportive of the veterans. When I was serving here, you really felt that when you came to Edmonton. So we can't do it alone. We, of course, do it with all our partners, and we look forward to getting to know you over the next couple of years, ready to open our doors and accept our first homeless veteran into a room in 2026. So once again, we look forward to our projects kicking off here in Edmonton, and the fact this In Uniform campaign is really just the beginning. It's to raise awareness, it's to raise the understanding that there are homeless veterans out there, and they could be your neighbors, they could be in the places that you you frequent every day. And so as part of the awareness, obviously, as a charity, of course, there's also fundraising, and so I would offer, if you're interested, to look at our website, to look at some fundraising opportunities, but more importantly, just that awareness that the veterans are out there and they need our help. So I look forward to sticking around afterwards, after here, talking to you, and over the next couple of years as we build this building and get up and operating, to get to know the people of Edmonton. So I thank you all very much for coming out here. Without further ado, I'd like to call Jaylyn back up, and we're going to do a bit of an unveil.
Thank you, Alan, for your words and for the legacy of service you continue to build through this work. I just have to tell you before we do this, I recently visited the Andy Carswell building in Ottawa, the Ottawa Veterans House Canada building, the first Veterans House. I witnessed firsthand how it is changing lives. I spoke to our veterans who call it home, and I heard specifically how their lives are changing. I saw firsthand how very proud they were to have a place to call home. I was so impressed with the building, how it looked, the fact that when someone moves into one of those suites, their dishes are provided, their bedding is provided, they have a handmade quilt to keep them warm, they have all of the amenities of home already there for them, and that makes such a difference. So before we unveil the In Uniform campaign, I want to once again share a few words of gratitude to our government and community leaders. Thank you for joining us in this work. To the Athlone community lead, once again, your hospitality simply means the world. You are helping create a true welcome home for those who have worn the uniform. And to all of here, once again, thank you for being witness to this beginning. All right, let's unveil it. John, why don't you get up here and help unveil it with Alan? John is our communications director. He's been working very, very hard on this as well. Okay. All right, in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Someone who wore this uniform slept here tonight. It is a powerful visual journey, one that asks us not just to look, but to see the faces, the stories, and the service behind the uniform. It will be out in our city, in our Edmonton, across the city, and we need your help to share it. Visit the installation, share your reactions online, tell your friends, your colleagues, and your networks. And please, if you're able to donate, every dollar helps us get one step closer to opening the doors at Veterans House Edmonton. Our official groundbreaking is just months away, but work has already begun on our property. This afternoon, we'll be heading over to Kingsway. I want to say Kingsway Garden Mall because I've been here in the city long enough, but I think it's just Kingsway Mall anymore. So that's where it will be, and it will continue to make its way across Edmonton in the days and the weeks ahead. Right now, we're happy to take any questions about the project or campaign, or if you'd like to speak one-on-one about it with our executive director, of course, he is happy to chat more. So our media friends, if you have any questions for Alan, I'm going to get you to come on back up.
Right, thanks so much, Jaylyn. And it's fantastic to have Jaylyn as part of the Veterans House Canada team. She understands and knows the city of Edmonton so well. And so the fact that she volunteered and has joined our board of directors, we're thrilled to have her on board. And just thank you, Jaylyn, for volunteering your time today. So, again, happy to take any questions or talk afterwards.
Do you want to do a one-on-one? Yep. Okay. Anyone? I think you guys have a one-on-one already. Okay. So no formal questions, and Wes is from Global is just going to do a one-on-one.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so very much, and I just invite you to grab some coffee and donuts and come mingle and chat. Thank you once again.
Thank you.